Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Freed, and welcome to It's My Honor. I'm an executive coach doing pro bono coaching for the Honor Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping Navy SEALs, Marine Raiders, and other special operators transition from the military to the civilian workforce. And today, I would like to welcome Kristen Murdock, Naval Intelligence Officer, who just recently transitioned in June of this year after serving for 13 years. Welcome, Kristen.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit and understand a little more about what you've done for us in terms of highlights of your career. Can you share some highlights with us?
Absolutely. I think the first highlight was when I was able to act as a critical spokesperson for a number of Afghan and Pakistani tribal government leaders, and being able to provide their insights to senior U.S. military leaders and government officials, which really led to a deepened understanding and kind of an unparalleled appreciation of the cross-cultural and socioeconomic challenges that our Afghan and Pakistani partners were facing. I also gathered and synthesized a variety of sensitive data sources, all while leading a 15-person team of subject matter experts who were supporting nationally directed counterterrorism initiatives. This resulted in us being able to effectively position a number of our ships, submarines, and aircraft who successfully conducted multiple combat operations against senior leaders of terrorist organizations. And then finally, probably my most proud highlight is when I was able to mentor, train, and lead a team of 30 high-performing individuals who provided mission-critical support to naval special operations on a global scale. Those individuals all had 100% personnel advancement as well as retention.
Fantastic. So as we look at these highlights that you've just shared with us, how do you see the civilian workforce, those skills transferring to the civilian workforce?
The first thing that I'd like to touch on is my ability to be a superior communicator. That is across all mediums, whether written and verbal, and that can be either individually, small teams, or out to large groups, or even say out to the intelligence community. I'm also able to quickly and accurately research and distill large amounts of data, which in my military career was very focused on the counterterrorism hunt, but I think translates nicely in terms of business intelligence, competitive analysis, and market research. I'm also a fairly significant operational planner where I'm able to see things and kind of tease out the second and third order effects of our decision-making processes.
That's wonderful. And I can see that as a very accurate transition. So as you're looking for the right employer, what type of culture are you looking for that would make you feel that you could really blossom?
I think being fortunate enough to work in small teams, both within the special operations community and then also as my first tour with Super Hornet Squadron, I'm used to a very inclusive and family-like environment where mutual success is incredibly important. Everybody's a contributing member of the team, and everybody is a valued member of the team. I love organizations and companies that are very success-oriented, but there also has to be a mission and purpose-driven side of those companies and organizations. I think when a lot of people leave the military, they're searching because there's a service gap that they want to fill, and being able to be a part of an organization that is both mission and purpose-driven would fill that very easily.
So if I were to talk to your commanding officer, what would he or she tell me the greatest strengths are?
The first thing that we probably go back to is my ability to clearly and succinctly communicate, again, at all levels across a variety of mediums. Being an intel officer, it is so important to be able to communicate your assessments and have confidence in those assessments. Even being able to stand your ground, even when people are willing to, challenge you on those. So being able to communicate my thoughts and kind of my workflow and my problem-solving abilities, that's incredibly important. They would also speak to my motivational leadership style. I want the entire team to be better, and I feel like being a servant leader is incredibly important. Nobody works for me. Even on paper, if I'm the boss, my job is still to work for them. It is to make sure that the members of my team are taken care of, and that's my primary responsibility.
Well, I appreciate that. And this was very informative, Kristen. I want to thank you for spending this afternoon with me. And again, it's my honor to introduce you to Kristen Murdock.